Hey everybody, Christian West here. I'm glad that you tuned in to What Would You Do? Welcome to the series of videos where Joe and I ask each other critical questions from the executive protection industry. If you like what you see, click here, like and subscribe. And if you have questions that you want us to answer or try to find a solution to, send them to us via email, text. You can find us on social media. I'm sure you have ideas, or you can post them here and we'll play along and take your question. So, welcome to What Would You Do? Season 2. All right, Joe, this next one has actually come from somebody who wrote in on our social media page and asked, you have a client who has the symptoms of a heart attack, and it's pretty severe enough that you bring out the AED, but then it's dead. Should never happen, I know, because we should always check our equipment. But since this person write in with this specific question, I would imagine that it happened to him. What would you do?
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's going to be an AED that's not theirs, not like the one that they maintain, travel with, everything else, because then it's pretty rare that would be dead. With AED batteries, just in general, just for a quick discussion, is they have the expiration, say, 5 years, 4 years, whatever it is. I would absolutely change it before that time period. So just a point there, especially if you travel with it, if it's in and out of vehicles, the battery will die faster because of the temperature changes, everything else. So battery changing of AED, obviously a very important thing along with the pads. All right, so to the question. So you get the AED and it's dead. First thing in my mind is there another one at that location? Because then maybe you can use the batteries or that other AED in general. That's just the immediate solution. And the second thing would be, you got to get rolling, or, hopefully the ambulance is already on its way, whatever the case may be. So that way, you can solve that, continue to solve the problem. Yeah. The AED is going to be what saves someone's life in a heart attack. CPR is minimally effective compared to an AED. So the AED is what you really want. Now, to actually share a personal story with this was a couple of months ago, we had a heart attack symptom, someone with heart attack symptoms, and we actually asked for somebody to retrieve the AED from the location where we were. And when they brought it, they had no idea what it was or anything. We had to go through this process of what the AED is, where it is, get it, bring it to me, and when they handed it to me, they did like I guess this is it here. And I opened it up and it was dead, at least on initial, perception, it was dead. What it ended up being was the battery was actually installed into the AED with the tab still in it. So they didn't pull the tab off the battery and then install it. So luckily I figured that out, pulled the tab off of it, reinstalled the battery. It was on, hit the test button, battery was good. Okay. In that instance, we did not actually use the AED on that individual. We transported them to the hospital, different story. But that specific instance of getting handed an AED that is dead hit me pretty hard when I was like, okay, good, we got the AED, we're all good. Nope, it's dead. So that was a moment that I personally had. So yeah, I hope that's some helpful information. You like anything else, there's a failure rate with things. That's why a lot of AEDs, especially if it's your AED, I would almost suggest having an extra battery, extra pads, and offset the expiration dates. That's another trick is to buy your extra set at the half-life of the current. So say it's, just for easy math, say they're a 4-year expiration date. After 2 years, you buy another set. And that way the expiration dates are offset. That way they're not all going to expire or die at the same time. And it's also a question about, like any other gear, make a checklist of how often we check it. And make sure it's in the calendar, or it's somebody's responsibility to not just check it once a year, but check it monthly, daily, weekly, whatever type of gear it is, and make sure that it's done so we can hold somebody accountable. So we make sure that it gets done, because you can't have a dead AED. It's like having a car without a battery or a gun without bullets or whatever. Paperweight.